There are two main targets here, two main prospects there, which we're going to have a closer look at. But I think very excitingly, they both remain open along strike. So we're going to do some work to see how much they can be extended.
All right, welcome back inside our proactive newsroom. And joining me now is Sagan Lawson. He is the CEO of Thor Exploration. And Sagan, good to see you again. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you? Thanks for
Good.
having me back.
Yeah, well, exciting news out from the company today. We're glad we were able to get in touch with you and be have you here to talk about this acquisition that you've made. Guitry is it's a gold exploration project, and tell me a little about the area it's in, and for people who are unfamiliar with it.
Yeah, I mean, I think to put things in context, we're a West Africa focused gold producer. We have our flagship project in Nigeria, which is producing gold, aiming to produce about 90,000 ounces this year. We have a project in Senegal, which is going through a preliminary feasibility study process. And it's a project we're very much looking forward to building and kicking that off next year. And, we're growing as a company. So, we always have our eyes open for good opportunities in West Africa. Ivory Coast has been a great success story for gold mining in in West Africa in recent history. And, we've been looking in Ivory Coast for the best part of a year now and came across this project, the Guitry project, which is an advanced exploration project in Ivory Coast that covers some very prospective ground in the Birimian. And when I say advanced exploration, it's had a lot of drilling been done on it, over 11,000 ounces with some very interesting drill intersections, 12 meters at 10 grams per ton, 16 meters of around about 8 grams per ton, 24 meters at 2 grams per ton. So there is something very, compelling there for us to look at. We've had a deeper dive in the data room and ground truth there with a site visit. And what we are excited about is having this large piece of ground, which is almost 300 square kilometers, with some unexplored areas, with some confirmed mineralization as well, and a number of undrilled targets there as well. So it's
Yeah.
certainly something we're very happy about.
Sagan, is it a fact that you would get on there right away and sort of go with some of the drilling that's already happened? Because obviously it's great to have the historical drilling so you can sort of see what they've looked at. Are those the type of areas that you would continue to focus on, or are there other areas that you've identified that potentially could be places to go as well?
Yeah, look, there are two main targets here, two main prospects there, which we're going to have a closer look at. But I think very excitingly, they both remain open along strike. So we're going to do some work to see how much they can be extended. And then we're going to do some more detailed work on the untested targets to get them drill ready as well.
Okay. You also announced in the news release that you've picked up another property, Gold Ridge Resources, to earn in the Bandali exploration permit. This is very super early, right? This is just one that you thought was a good opportunity to pick up.
Yes, while we were in the country, we've continued to have a look at opportunities. This is a very early stage project, way behind where we are on the Guitry project, but we
Yeah.
thought it was prospective enough to take an option on it and to make a decision over the next 36 months whether it's something we want to throw a bit more money at. But I think the underlying message is that we're very happy to be in the Ivory Coast. We've picked up a project which we believe can be advanced and can add, more value to our shareholders. And hopefully it's an excellent platform to grow from in the Ivory Coast as well.
Yeah. Second, just tell me a bit about the company itself for people that are not keeping and following Thor Exploration. You've really taken the company from last time you and I talked, which is about 5.5 years ago when I first met you in the company, to where you are today. It must seem like light years ahead.
Look, it's been a very transformational 5 years, should I say. We've built a mine. We've built the first gold mine in Nigeria, the first large-scale gold mine. We've produced gold for 2 calendar years. This is our third calendar year. We're completely delevered from our senior debt facility at the end of this year. We're generating strong cash flows. We had revenues of $52 million last quarter. We and we're growing. We have a number of drill programs in Nigeria to extend that mine life. First and foremost, the top priority being underneath the current mine, the open pit, and hoping to get results out very imminently to the public. We also have exploration ground in Nigeria where we remain a first mover to where we have had drilling to some success within tracking distance of the mine. We have a second project in Senegal that's 1.78 million ounces. We're hoping to take that above 2 million ounces, and we have a preliminary feasibility study ongoing there. And then now we've further diversified our portfolio with the Guitry project, a project which we aim to get a maiden resource out by the end of next year. And we hope to land somewhere between 500,000 and 1 million ounces.
Exciting times ahead, Segun. Thanks so much. Good to catch up with you, and I really appreciate your time.
Thank you very much.
All right, Segun Lawson, the CEO of Fluor Exploration.